All right, that's up. All right, hey guys, I'm Kelsey Capps, reader in residence at the Wild Detectives, and this is Wild Books. Man, I'm good. Before we get to the books, I want to let you guys know about a new monthly book club that we're doing on the last Thursday of every month. It's all about climate change. So all of the books are going to be suggested by experts in the field. Very exciting. And our first one this month on the 26th is about the planet being on fire. What is it? We're super excited about it. The book for this month is called On Fire, A Burning Case for a Green New Deal by Naomi Klein. And we want you guys to come and talk about how we're all going to die soon. We want to see you there. Book of the month is Topics of Conversation by Miranda Popkey. What I love about this book is that every chapter is a different conversation set at a different time and place with people in her life. So it's a first-person book. It's totally from her perspective, which I like because it gives you authenticity. She doesn't shy away from awkward conversations or things that you wouldn't say to anyone else, which I love because it makes you feel less alone. So all of these are essentially just her journey through life, her marriage, her finding herself and that kind of stuff. I particularly like this book for women who are older than 30. So we're talking about women who are already adults. You're dealing with things that are, how do I deal with relationships? How do I find myself? What is sexuality actually like for the rest of my life? It's a great book. Fascinating read. I've already handed it out to 3 coworkers. So next book is Women Who Run with Wolves. It's a nonfiction, and it's all about the mythology of women. I've never read anything like it. I love Joseph Campbell. I love Carl Jung. If you're a nerd for archetypes and mythology, this is the book for you. So every single chapter is a different myth. Some of them are, they're all different cultures, essentially. So she goes through and she talks about the myth. She explains it. She explains the archetypal roots of it. She explains the psychology of it. She's a doctor of psychology herself. It's a fascinating read for literally women of any age. It's going to inspire your creativity. It's going to remind you that men are not the only subjects of every story, of every history. And it roots you in history in a way that is very unique. I love it. I'm not quite done with it yet, but I almost gave it to a waitress the other day. Is that awkward? It's too bad. Last book, also one that I love, Autobiography of Red. If you haven't read anything by Anne Carson, what the fuck are you doing with your life? All right. She is a classicist. I think is a genius. She does, most of her work is in Roman mythology, Greek translation, that kind of stuff, but she also writes poetry, and this is a poetic retelling of a classic myth. And I would read you a portion, but it literally would not make sense out of context, but it's beautiful. Her writing is gorgeous. I feel like she reveals the subconscious in a completely unique and astonishing way. I don't really understand how she gets into the depth of that she does with her subjects, but it's so good. All of her writing is good. If you don't want to read Autobiography of Red, literally read anything that she's written. It would not be a waste of your time. And that's it for books. That's it for books this month, but remember, you can always keep up with our stuff on social media. We've got Facebook, we got Instagram, we've got a newsletter that you can subscribe to, and our usual monthly program is going on all the time. So second Wednesday of every month, we have a poetry reading called Inner Moonlight. Every Sunday, we have kids storytelling, Kids in the Cliff, and then we have our usual book clubs, English and Spanish. So there's something going on for everyone. We would love to see you guys here. Keep reading. We'll see you next month. Boom.